But I can understand why a governor will be sitting in a state and his people are being killed, kidnapped, they've been pauperized because their means of livelihood has been stopped. And he keeps quiet. And he goes about, from one country to another. He hardly stays in the state. Even when he's in the state, he hardly stays in the state capital. How do you work? How do you discharge your responsibilities, your constitutional responsibilities, when you don't stay in the state capital, and you don't stay in the state? You are always moving about. How much committed are you to the services you are supposed to ensure that is available in the state, especially security? So that is one of the problems. We must say the fact as it is. I think it is the response by the stakeholders in the state. Now, when you talk of Benue State, when about 71 persons in Benue were killed, the governor came out shouting that his people are being killed. He shouted to everybody, and that forced the government to deploy her resources to ensure that the killings in Benue were stopped. But in the case of Zamfara State, the governor and other government officials in the state who have the responsibility to liaise with the federal government and the security agencies to ensure the killing was stopped at the earliest, they kept quiet. They kept quiet. There was no publicity to the killings, and the killings were taking place every day in dozens and in hundreds. And that is why, you see, the killing continued unabated, because the people who are responsible to stop the killing, they were nonchalant. So I'm calling on the state government to be more proactive, to be more active in the fight against this banditry, to call on the federal government and collaborate with every stakeholder to make sure that the lives and properties of the citizens of the Zamfara State are secured. They can be secured. These killings can be stopped, but the willpower has to be there. The commitment has to be there. It's not enough to say the federal government has deployed her security resources and then at the lower level, we don't have a commensurate dedication to it. Every security agency deployed to the state is answerable to the governor, is liaising with the governor. They sit down together and strategize and review security situation when it becomes necessary. And when it is out of hand for them to control, they make report to the federal government. And because the federal government controls all the security agencies, yes, they deploy some to the state to support and assist the state governments to make sure security is achieved.